Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about Palantir Technologies and their PLTR stock. In this video, we will be analyzing multiple articles to where the first one is titled, "This Under-the-Radar AI Stock is a Screaming Buy, Here's Why." So we'll be going over why this financial reporter is so bullish on Palantir Technologies. After that, we'll dissect the future share price of this company and why a major hedge fund manager has been buying into Palantir Technologies. Up next, we'll also go over their latest catalysts, price targets, and what I personally think of the company, as well as a more bearish perspective on this company regarding their true fair value price target. Now, we are going to balance out this bearish negative scenario with a bullish positive article regarding why Palantir, even though it's up 150%, is still a buying opportunity and how it could go higher. However, I do want you to pay attention to both the bullish and bearish side of this overall stock so you can be well informed, which should allow you to make a good investment decision for you regarding your own portfolio, your investing style, and the variables for you specifically. And to make the best educated decision that we can, you do need to be aware of both the positives and the negatives surrounding this company. So for more honest news analysis on Palantir Technologies and many other companies, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Comment your thoughts down below about where you think the future share price of this company is headed. Subscribe for more videos like this one. Don't forget to become a member of this channel for as little as 99 cents because it helps me out a ton, and that's what keeps me here on YouTube. But if you can't afford 99 cents per month, don't worry. By subscribing, you will receive this content completely for free. So with that being said, I say let's jump right into today's stories. Palantir Technologies, as you already know, is a big data and analytics company which serves both commercial enterprises as well as government clients. Over the last few months, the share price of the PLTR stock has been surging due to the artificial intelligence hype, which has benefited companies like Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Nvidia, and many others, all of which I personally hold in my portfolio. However, let's focus in on Palantir Technologies regarding how Palantir's artificial intelligence software could make this company a winner now and in the future. Wall Street has been very critical of Palantir's reliance on their government contracts, and they want to see more penetration into the commercial market. However, I've predicted for a long time now that their commercial segment will actually become their dominant revenue stream, and I think Palantir has more than delivered on this overall prediction of mine, considering that their commercial clients are growing a lot faster than their overall government segment. Now, even though this prediction is coming true, there are naysayers on this stock who are shorting the overall company, meaning that they are betting that the share price of the PLTR stock is going to go further down because they believe Palantir is nothing more than a consulting company who's trying to disguise themselves and trick investors as if they are a technology company, but this is so far from the truth. We even have major investors like Cathie Wood, who has purchased millions of dollars worth of Palantir Technologies, and despite all of this FUD in the market, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and all the hoopla surrounding Palantir Technologies as an imposter, I really just don't think so. The main reason I don't think that this company is an imposter is because of their clients. They have the US Special Forces, the FBI, the CIA, the DoD, and many other well-known prominent government agencies who do not mess around with companies who are pretending to be something that they're not. Also, with their addition of their AIP platform, which is their artificial intelligence platform, this has absolutely caused the share price to skyrocket. During the unveiling of their AIP platform, a lot of investors aren't aware of the actual real-life scenarios and simulations that they went through. Here's an example that was shown at a recent Palantir meeting, and in the example, I'm going to quote straight from this Motley Fool article, a military dispatcher communicates to a base that an unidentified vehicle has been spotted and that it could potentially be carrying harmful equipment. Upon learning this information, military operators use AIP, which is Palantir's artificial intelligence platform, to ask questions relating to which adversaries may be present in the area, and then leverage AIP to deploy a drone to capture specific imagery about this particular vehicle that's approaching with potentially dangerous, harmful, or hazardous equipment, which would be very problematic. Once it is confirmed that the vehicle is indeed a threat, AIP is able to provide different game plans and scenarios to then take care of this overall problem. So to establish in a battlefield situation who is friend and foe and what you should do in various situations on the battlefield, this type of information is priceless because it's going to save American lives. Now, while the government's need for Palantir's AIP platform may be obvious, what about the private sector and their commercial clients? How are they going to use AIP? Well, honestly, they're going to use AIP for large language models, to where they could literally use a text box and ask AIP questions in which AIP will deliver an answer. For instance, if I owned a smoothie business, I could ask AIP's platform, should I sell my large smoothie for $5 or $4, and what is this going to do to my overall margins, especially if I also offer a small or a medium-sized smoothie. So AIP will deliver me different scenarios and calculate my various future analytics and margins, and I can get this by simply just asking them a question through a large language model and a text box. Also, following the announcement of AIP, Palantir slightly raised their overall full-year revenue guidance to around $2.23 billion, which is very positive, meaning that Palantir's management is anticipating that this AIP platform will lead to higher revenues. So this begs the question, should you buy Palantir technologies? And it honestly depends. It's going to depend on you personally, your portfolio, your risk management tolerance, your investing strategy, your age, and many other investing variables. But I would think that the most prudent action would be, if you think that this company is a long-term buying opportunity, feel free to dollar cost average into the stock, also known as DCAing. DCA is essentially when you identify a company that you like and you slowly invest into it over a period of time. For instance, right now I believe they are a good company. In the meantime, I think it would be best for investors to dollar cost average into this company by investing maybe $1, $5, $10, $20 every week into this company instead of just investing $100 or $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 into this company in a large lump sum, mainly because the stock is very volatile. So dollar cost averaging is essentially where you take a period of time and say, hey, you know what? Each week I'm only going to invest $20 into this company, and then when it eventually pulls back in price, that's where you're going to make your lump sum investment. Now, we briefly talked about how Cathie Wood and ARK Invest investing into Palantir, but there are other high-profile people like hedge fund managers who are also buying Palantir technologies. And the first one we're going to talk about is Stanley Druckenmiller, who operates a very popular hedge fund, and they are notorious for giving investors returns of 30% on average in annual returns over the last 30 years, which is extremely impressive. And recently, he laid out his reasoning regarding why AI stocks can be a great investment. That would include investing into NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA, which has already surged by almost 200%, and he currently owns around 12.3% of NVIDIA in his portfolio. And he also mentioned Palantir Technologies due to their new AIP product, which we just talked about. He was also an early investor into Palantir Technologies, but now since Palantir Technologies has a blatant artificial intelligence platform, even though they did use AI in their previous platforms, this just gives him more credibility. Stanley Druckenmiller actually has been an investor in Palantir Technologies before the company went public, so he invested back in 2008 and 2009, making him one of the first investors. Now, despite this, there is a high probability, according to him, that the stock or the overall market could be flat over the next decade. He believes that there could be a time period which is very reminiscent of the time period between 1966 and 1982, where the overall stock market was very flat, according to a stock market index like the S&P 500. But he also says that the nice thing about this is that certain companies did very well even during that environment, and potentially if Palantir does not become flat, Palantir could be one of those companies. Nevertheless, he argues that he is very bullish and positive on artificial intelligence stocks in general, and if they prove resilient in terms of their earnings and revenue growth, he believes that even macroeconomic factors will not stifle their overall growth. He thinks that artificial intelligence is real and that this technology will be as transformative as the internet, which is very, very big words. Now, he does say that we should be cautious in the potential that this is a bubble. Many people think artificial intelligence is a bubble, just like what we saw with the technology bubble back in 2000, also known as the dot-com bubble. But is this a legitimate fear? Well, let me say and add my opinion that I do think it's a legitimate fear, but I don't think that artificial intelligence is a bubble, at least not right now. He also commented that the recent sharp rise in Palantir's share price, around $16 as of right now, is not due to an AI bubble or even artificial intelligence hype, but rather the probability that the result of professional money managers such as himself and Cathie Wood investing into Palantir technologies and artificial intelligence has increased the price of Palantir because retail investors are following what these professionals are doing. He also says that if AI were a bubble, then it's even more likely that there is further upside in artificial intelligence stock because it means that we would be at the beginning of a bubble, not at the end of a bubble, which is something very interesting considering that this is a new development in the overall market and artificial intelligence stocks could continuously increase. But overall, he seems very bullish on Palantir Technologies in general. However, I am less sympathetic to this overall strategy. I think Palantir is somewhat overvalued, so I have stopped investing into the company at least right now, but I do plan to hold it. I'm not selling it because I do believe this is a long-term play. However, we also have a bearish perspective from Morningstar, who believes the fair value of this company is $9. And remember, they're trading at around $16 right now, with some price targets going as high as $20. They give Palantir a 1-star rating. They say that the uncertainty is very high and their overall economic moat is narrow. But let's dive in to see exactly why they believe this. They say that investors should tread with caution. So right now we are in agreement. I do think people should be cautious when investing into Palantir or really any stock. They also comment that they don't think the dramatic uptick in the current share price is in line with the company's rising strength and their overall fundamentals. They believe that this is disconnected as of right now, but they still think the company is a good company, so they say that the shares are overvalued, but the company in general is still a good company, and that's exactly what I believe. At the end, they believe that investors should wait and either wait for a pullback or look for concrete evidence for their financials to align with their artificial intelligence and revenues and financial metrics, because that is the wisest thing to do from a risk to reward perspective. And honestly, I can get on board with that. I'm all about managing risk properly and not investing frivolously into a company you believe just will keep going all the way to the moon with no pullbacks. However, the next author believes that the company could go even higher, and he thinks that only new investors are saying that this company is overvalued, even though I myself and other professionals also believe this company is overvalued just due to the recent surge in the overall share price. Look on screen right now, look at that. Clearly a pullback is well overdue. The company's trading at $16.30, but once the pullback actually happens, I think the company could start another uptrend, which is extremely exciting. Amid the hype for Palantir Technologies, artificial intelligence, their underlying financials and business performance have been pretty solid, meaning that the company is trending in the right growth trajectory. As the company grows and expectations increase, there is a lot of risk building for this company. For instance, if they fail to deliver on their revenues in their earnings report, or if their earnings are less than anticipated, we could see a huge pullback in the overall share price. However, the author highlights that this is not just a risk for Palantir Technologies, but really a risk for any growth company that is growing extremely rapidly, which is why he encourages investors to, again, dollar cost average into this company and not make a large lump sum investment. So in the end, I would say this is a very positive news update. I myself still like Palantir Technologies. I've taken profits multiple times on this company already. I am waiting for a pullback to invest into this company more. And in the meantime, I'm just going to hold my current position until either we get better revenue and earnings forecasts, in which I personally would buy more once we get solid data on this, or if we don't get good news and the share price pulls back because of that, then I'm going to buy it at even cheaper. So honestly, for me, it's a win-win because I plan to hold this company at least for over the next decade. But considering my average cost is very low, around $9, I'm literally just going to hold and continue to take profits periodically as the company's share price goes even higher and I wait for a pullback. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to become a member of this channel for as little as 99 cents to keep me here on YouTube. But again, if not, you are going to get this content for free regardless. But with that being said, I will see you in the next YT video. Okay.